Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Today we will discuss about greenhouse gas. Greenhouse effect. I am Dr. Preeti Mathur, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, SPC Government College, Ajmer. So let us start with the video. Students, the first question which will be coming in your mind is, what is the greenhouse effect? Now, greenhouse effect. Now, what is the meaning of greenhouse? Its meaning is progressive warming above the Earth's surface due to high concentration of man-made carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Secondly, students, the concentration of CO2 works just like a glass panel of greenhouse, allowing a short wave incoming solar radiation to come in, but preventing the long wave heat to re-radiate it out. And thirdly, the natural outcome is warmer atmosphere. 100 years ago, carbon dioxide was 275 ppm. In the year 2007, it was 375 ppm. And in the year 2040, it will be, how much? It will be of 450 ppm. That is parts per million. The greenhouse effect. Now, firstly, the energy, that is the radiation from the sun, passes through the atmosphere, where most of it is absorbed by the earth. Secondly, some infrared radiation, for example heat, is reflected back into space. Greenhouse gases act like a blanket, trapping some of this infrared radiation and warming the atmosphere, which in turn warms Earth's surface. Hence, this process is called the greenhouse effect. Without greenhouse gases, the average temperature on Earth would be 60 degrees Fahrenheit cooler, and life on Earth would look very different than it does today. Fourthly, this increased amounts of greenhouse gases produced through human activities act to strengthen the natural greenhouse gas effect. Lastly, the enhanced greenhouse effect leads to increased average global surface temperatures and hence the climate changes. Now let us talk about types of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in Earth's atmosphere. These gases can be naturally occurring or human produced. Major greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor. Other greenhouse gases are like nitrous oxide, hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons, and sulfur hexafluoride. Now, the different sources of greenhouse gases. In this, the activities resulting in human produced greenhouse gas emissions include carbon dioxide, that is burning of fossil fuels, including coal, oil and gas in power plants, automobiles and industry. This deforestation, then methane, landfills, agriculture, coal mines, oil and natural gas operations, nitrous oxide, use of nitrogen fertilizers, burning of fossil fuels. So these are the sources. Now we'll talk about the another sources of greenhouse gases, and these are very important sources like hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons, the formula is also given in the bracket, and the sulfur hexafluoride. These are used as byproducts of industry, and they are also through the leakage. Now, this is a diagram which is showing an idealized model of the natural greenhouse effect. In this, there is a sun in between, and then you can see the atmosphere, Earth, and what all they are facing, like solar radiations are coming from the sun, and some solar radiations are reflected by the Earth and the atmosphere. Now, in this slide, we can see the gas type responsible and its percentage. It's clearly given the dark portion of blue color. That is the carbon dioxide. This amount means in this diagram we can see that carbon dioxide is more in the atmosphere. Then comes it is near about 64%. Carbon dioxide is 64%. Then comes the methane. It is of 90%, 19%, and chlorofluorocarbons are 11%, and nitrous oxide 6%, and others. Now in this you can see the sources of activity. Fossil is 49%. Here agriculture is 13%, deforestation 14%, and industries are of 24%. The effects of greenhouse. Greenhouse affects the global temperature and changes the climate. Generally, due to greenhouse gases, there is always rise of sea level. There is rise in sea level, then worsening health effects, disruption of the water cycle, changing forest and natural areas, challenges. There is challenges to agriculture and the food supply, effect on the ozone layer, effect on oceanic climate. So these are the effects. The country specific carbon emissions are shown in this slide in diagram, and here also the percentage. First USA, it is producing more carbon than China, then comes the China, East Europe, West Europe, then India, Japan, South Africa, and all others. So the position of India is 5th here in all over the country, among all over the country. Now we can control the greenhouse gas effect. Firstly, by alternate sources of energy are to be used. Secondly, advanced and efficient technologies for reducing emissions from fossil fuels. Afforestation and reforestation on a large scale. Waterlogging should be avoided. Reduction of the use of CFC. And lastly, carbon market. Global warming and climate change. In this, the sun's surface, which has an average temperature of 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, primarily radiates visible light. The surface of the earth has an average temperature of 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so it radiates in the infrared part of the spectrum. The temperature of an object is determined by a balance between incoming and outgoing energy. For the earth, the incoming energy is the absorbed light from the sun, and the outgoing energy is the infrared light the earth radiates out to space. Due to the greenhouse effect, the earth could not radiate the total heat and thus make life possible. Global warming is also happening because the blanket of GHG are becoming thicker and thicker. Consequences. Now we'll talk about the consequences. As a result, change of climate has occurred which threats the sustainability of life. The consequences are as follows. First, melting of polar ice caps and glaciers along with thermal expansion of water. Secondly, more droughts and floods they occur, and more terrible storms occur, and many more hot days are there. They also increased. More diseases like malaria and dengue, they also occur, and the impact of ecosystem would change the crop production potential of a region, specifically Asia, Africa, South and Central America. Now, who is responsible? The question comes that who is responsible? First, affluent and rich countries are responsible for changes of climate. Global energy consumption and carbon dioxide emissions have increased 3 times between 1950 to 85. In 1990, Out of 21 billion tons of global emissions, 14 billion tons are emitted by rich countries. You know, the US alone emitted 5 billion tons of carbon. And lastly, we'll talk about our country also, and the India emits 159 million tons. Thanks for being with me. I hope you got some idea about greenhouse effect. If you feel any doubt or query related to it, please shoot a mail to me. My mail ID is preetimathur23@yahoo.co.in. My name is Dr. Preeti Mathur, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, SPC Government College, Ajmer, Rajasthan, India. Thank you.